Alright, here we go. This is gonna be an interesting stream. Let me real quick pull up what I got to see when Jake sent this at me. Let me browse real quick. There we go. Yeah. Very rude, but very Jake. So let's see if this lives up to, expectations. Now, plan here? I don't fucking know. Spend a few hours just kind of getting into it. I'm currently baking myself because the AC is broken and I had to close my window to keep the, traffic noise out. So first question. You're about to see a management game, Sunaj. Yep. I had it on my wish list because, though, I was hearing a lot of shenanigans my friends were pulling in it. So I was kind of interested to, like, get a look at it, but I never actually went and watched a bunch of, like, video or anything. I didn't watch Nikki's stream, so I'm like, oh, I need a quick game to throw at Jake, because I just won the marbles out of nowhere, so it's like, oh yeah, do this one, because it's kind of cheap at $20. And then everybody in chat kind of goes, oh fuck, that's kind of bad, and I'm like, oh boy, can I go back on this? No. And now I'm here. So, suggestions. Do I have a coin anywhere? Tails. I guess I can count that as odd, so we go female. So, I need a name. Yep. Usually I go with a Goke, but, since I've seen a lot of people, well, watch the first part on Nikki's and everybody was using your first name instead of your last name. And then we need a group name. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Sure. Let's do normal. What the hell is that loading icon? Music is at least half decent. Okay. Here to meet Fujimoto. Sorry to break it to you, he's not here right now. I really feel that C-Fusion. I really do. Appointment scheduled. Might be waiting for a while. Habit of keeping people waiting. When will he be here? Looks like I know. Not like anyone works here, right? Not at the moment, at least. If you wanted to meet anyone who works with Fujimoto, well, you show up a week or two late. What happened to his employees? Didn't know. This building might look like a ghost town now, but it used to be home of some very lucrative businesses. They were the kind of businesses that turned a very large profit, but they did most of their business in cash, if you catch my drift. Fujimoto runs that kind of business that favor profits over morals, kicking it old school with the world's oldest profession. Oh. Law enforcement came through. Usually willing to turn a blind eye, as long as they got a cut of the action. Ever since our city was chosen upcoming summer games. The higher-ups have started cracking down on that sort of thing. I think that was the previous company, but since the Summer Olympics are in the city, they're cleaning it up a bit. Police had to get involved. Why his building is now empty, and some of the neighbors' finest massage therapists are now finding themselves out of a job. But I guess their loss is your gain, right? That's what you're meeting Fujimoto about. I can gather Fujimoto's goals to clean up his act, but let me give you a piece of advice. People don't change their ways that easily. You dig? If you want to run things squeaky clean, you'll be running against the grain. Who are you? Concerned citizen giving some free advice. Enough gossip. Trying to impress upon you that Fujimoto is probably desperate to fill this space with some kind of business. Whoever fills it could probably get away with running it at a loss for the foreseeable future. One of the benefits of not caring where your money comes from means you can accumulate a lot of it, and Fujimoto spent a lot of time not caring where his money came from. Sounds like he's the, Yakuza type. I've already said too much. Enjoy meeting Fujimoto, right? And then we wait. So if he doesn't care if we're turning a profit, does that mean we're paying him rent money, or does that mean we're just kind of inhabiting the building for him to be able to write it off? Sorry to keep you waiting. Gonna finally meet you in person. Surprised to see you're so young, but the entertainment does seem to be a young person's game. Especially when it comes to managing talent. Age is less important than experience, which was enough to impress me. Glad you're impressed. Caught my eye, however, wasn't your education or even your most recent work experience. Most impressed by the fact that you worked at a convenience store in high school. Most people wouldn't brag about that, but to become a part-time manager at such a young age is certainly unusual. Especially given that I happen to know that convenience store. It's in a pretty rough and tumble part of town. Totally, Naffle. Totally. This one knows how to get things done. Managing Isle isn't the same thing as running a convenience store, but you have to deal with a lot of the same problems. Young employees who are trying to balance school and work, running on a tight budget, keeping customers happy. If you know the fundamentals, you'll do well here. If you don't know everything you need to, I hope you'll learn fast. Paperwork, ready to sign. Well, let's say they're the best terms I was able to get on such a short notice. Don't want you to think of me as the boss. You're the boss. I'm just a sponsor. An investor, if you will. This is your enterprise. I'm just buying myself a piece of the action. Starting capital, I'm afraid I can't offer much in the way of cash. I mean, a lot of industries treat people like products. My investments haven't left me very liquid, and I'm taking a loss on a significant portion of my portfolio. Part of the reason this building happens to be vacant. But I can offer you use of the bottom floor rent-free. Pretty lucky for me, loss turned into a gain, isn't it? Oh yeah, he's definitely using us for tax shenanigans or if he's Yakuza type with a lot of money, he's probably claiming cash flow from the building being occupied, so if he's not charging us anything, he's using us to claim he's getting the money from us, so he's probably money laundering. Isn't typical of me, so don't get used to it. What do you get out of this? I already said, didn't I? Want a piece of the action. If it fails, well, it won't be the first business venue I've seen fail. You need someone to fill the property. If you let the space go unused for too long, it can start to look run down, and that can affect the value of the surrounding property. Not good to have a building that never has anyone leaving or entering. Even if you start expanding and taking up more space, you're going to have to pay rent for the space you do move into. Bit early to worry about that though. For the time being, I assure you, you will be focused on getting some starting talent, training them up, doing basic promotion, and most importantly, getting yourself a fan base. Don't know everything about the entertainment industry, but the one thing I do know is that you're nothing without your fans. An idol group lives or dies based off the size of the following it gets.